Guten Morgen, ich begrüße Sie. Welcome by Hanovi Global Network. Well, what do you know? All of a sudden, Mr. Gar George and the NDC understands colorful language, understands idiomatic expressions, understands metaphorical language. Because what happened is Mr. Nicholas Mc Millan made, in some respects, a graphic video expression about the impending doom that is facing Grenada if we do not evacuate on the path that we are currently on in terms of political confrontation. So Mr. Nicholas Mc Millan made a video, okay, in some respects, warning Grenadians, okay, the confrontational, deep, divided political climate is a dangerous path, considering the history of Grenada, okay? And sometimes you need to use graphic content to draw attention to a situation, but it is all done in satire, okay? No way in his piece is Mr. Nicholas Mc Millan calling for violence or aggression against anyone. A matter of fact, he was pointing out that Mr. Gar George said, don't be afraid of them, run up on them like termites. Do you want to explain, Mr. Gar George, what you meant when you said run up on them like termites, don't be afraid of them? What did you mean by that? Because the last time I checked, you can see the devastation that termites do to wood. So was that a metaphorical expression? Or did you literally mean that the NDC followers should run up on the NNP followers as termites? What did you mean, Mr. Gar George? Do you care to explain? Do you also care to explain when the leader of your administration had said, referring to the former prime minister, that they're lucky to be alive? Some of them lucky to be alive, okay? Because in other places, X and X would have happened to them. You care to explain what the leader of your administration meant when he said that? You care to explain when Mr. Ali Mature said, after the incident I had in the town hall in Brooklyn, he said, oh, Perry should have been walking out of there limping. And don't get me wrong, because you guys know I don't back down for anyone. I already addressed that with that young man. I already put him on notice. Okay? That was not appreciated. So you care to explain what Mr. Ali Matura meant when he said that? Was he using colorful language when he said I should be walking out of there limping? Was that an idiomatic expression? Was that metaphorical? What was he saying, or was it literal? Would you care to explain that to us, Mr. Gar George? More fire! More fire! Mr. Gar George. But now, you're coming like a little wuss. And in some respects, you're trying to suck the authorities on Mr. Nicholas Mc Millan. For all that you have said, you're here trying to suck the authorities on Mr. Nicholas Mc Millan. But Mr. Nicholas Mc Millan is very familiar with the law, okay? And he understands the limits of satire and the limits of movies. So all of a sudden, Mr. Gar George comes and clarifies all the things, the provocative things that he has been saying. All of a sudden, he said, no, I didn't mean it that way. Not literally. I mean politically. Do you think that is what your followers believe when you said it? Do you believe that what you said wasn't inciting some sort of aggression towards NNP and other political parties? So you guys must think that we are foolish. Okay? All of a sudden, the NDC and its followers understands metaphorical language, understands idiomatic expressions. All of a sudden, because Mr. Nicholas Mc Millan made a video. But that is good. It is good that it brought attention to all of this. And that, in some respects, was the aim. To use satire to have a positive impact. Hopefully going forward, things will start to change. I've seen the changes already. And in some respects, I have to congratulate Mr. Roby and Mr. Ron Barry for their efforts in toning things down. And even Kem Jones, he's starting to more accentuate the positives of the NDC instead of trying to tear people down and promote divisiveness. So hey, if you guys didn't take up the responsibility for what is happening, if you guys, the elders in the society, don't want to take up the responsibility to change, okay? To divert from this path of divisive, confrontational, destructive politics, then the GSDP will take up the mantle of responsibility to do so. And I promise you, we will succeed. So it's so interesting, and in some respects, it borders on hypocrisy that the NDC and its followers understands metaphorical language. All of a sudden, and idiomatic expressions. All of a sudden, they understand it. But you guys didn't understand the metaphorical use of green donkeys by Dr. Keith Mitchell. You thought it was literal, huh? You didn't understand it then. You didn't understand colorful language. You didn't understand idiomatic expression. You didn't understand metaphorical language. But all of a sudden, when we point and we use satire to expose the sort of provocative, aggressive, reckless language that you guys are using, all of a sudden you understand. You say, oh, no, we weren't saying that literally. We were talking politically. So you understand. You understand now, right? Because you see, you guys are insulting Grenadian people. You have no respect for Grenadian people, okay? You look down on Grenadian people and you think that you can do anything and get away with it. You can play with their emotions. You can insult their intelligence and then you can get away with that. In some respects, the very followers that you have are the ones that have emboldened you to do that. That you feel that there's no consequences for anything you do. And that is a dangerous, dangerous path. So as again, just let's see that we're talking about this and reckless language, I want to remind people, okay? Because again, as I have said, Mr. Ali Mature had called, okay, for violence against me after that town hall. Says, oh, Perry should be limping out today. But I'll have many know, no one in this life has ever laid a finger on me. Okay, no one in this life has ever taken a strand of hair from me. And no one in this life shall ever do so. Because they will have hell to pay. They'll have hell to pay. Mr. Nicholas Mc Millan was warning Grenadians of an impending doom if the temperature of this politically confrontational, divisive, vicious climate is not tempered. Okay? That is what he's saying in a very satirical way. He's expressing that with his movies. Okay? That is why he said to you that you are under arrest for the divisive language that you spoke. So you cannot come here and pretend to be some sort of victim. Oh, he's calling for violence against me. When after all you have said, again, we're waiting for you to express to us and explain what you meant when you said, run up on them like termites. So the bottom line is this. This climate of recklessness, unrestricted, reckless speech, okay, has got to change. And the GSDP is going to lead the charge in ensuring that that change becomes a reality. On that note, couldn't happen.